Buckle up, Britain. The 47 seconds that blew up the telly and left the nation speechless. Grab your tea or biscuits or maybe a stiff pint because we're about to rip into the most volcanic heart-stopping scream at you, Matteo. The pup scorched British screens. This wasn't just a chat show gone wrong. This was a full-on saw-off verbal cage fight that turned a sunny ITV studio into a gladiator's arena. On one side, Ricky Gervais, comedy colossus, a man who's built a fortress of laughs with zero apologies. His wit sharp enough to carve through steel. On the other, Denise Welch, Coronation Street royalty, turned fearless firebird, tongue a whipper passion, a furnace ready to burn the house down. What started as a cheeky segment on Loose Women, ITV's daytime darling, exploded into a clash so raw, so brutal, it left Jaws on the floor and Twitter in flames. This was no scripted soap drama, this was real, unfiltered and bloody chaotic, a moment that shattered the cozy bubble of afternoon telly and had the nation picking side. So let's dive into this madness word for word, blow by blow, in a 5,000 word script that'll grip you like a vice and won't let go. Ready? Let's roll the scene. A storm brewing in ITV studio. It's October 9th, 2025. A crisp sunny afternoon in London. Outside the city hums, buses rumble, pigeons dodge tourists, and the temp sparkles like an auditioning for a postcard. But inside ITV studios, the air is thick with something heavier than the usual pre-show. Buzz Loose Women, the show where celebs spill tea, swap gossip, and occasionally dodge bait, has landed a massive coup. Ricky Gervais, the comedy god who gave us The Office, roasted Hollywood's elite at awards shows and churns out Netflix specials that spark roars of laughter and waves of outrages in the house. His latest tour, Armageddon, is a juggernaut packing arenas with fans who worship his fearless jabs at the untouchable. Critics call him a dinosaur in a woke world. But his special stream like wildfire, proof his punchlines at hard and linger like a bruise. The studio is alive with energy. Crew members scurry, tweaking lights that glare like judgmental eyes. The audience, mostly middle-aged women in floral tops clutching lukewarm tea, chatters with anticipation. Ricky's here. Can't wait for the gossip. One whispers, eyes gleaming on the panel. The usual Loose Women crew. Colleen Nolan, all warm smiles and heartfelt stories. Brenda Edwards serving wisdom with a side of sass. Kelly Bryan keeping it real with no filter vibes. And then there's Denise Welch. Coronation Street legend turned activist, a woman who's fought tabloids' mental health demons and the grind of showbiz. Her arms are crossed, tight lips purrs that screams trouble. No clap for the warm-up act, no banner, just a storm brewing ready to unleash. Ricky swaggers and lanky frame-muscled hair flashing that devilish grin that says go on, take offense. The crowd erupts, whooping wildly. He waves lazily like a rock star, brushing off fans settling into the hot seat with the ease of a man whose face worse than the panel chatty hosts. All right, ladies. He quips, voice grawly, teeth gleaming under the studio lights. Colleen leans in for a hug. Brenda pats arm like a mate. Kelly grins and polite claps. Ripple, but Denise nothing. She sits, rigid fingers tapping a rhythm of rage on the desk. Eyes drilling into him like lasers. No hello, no nod, just a glare that screams, I'm coming for you, mate. The director yells, we're live, and 5 hearts pound. Cameras roll, the theme jingle perky and pink blare, showtime. The spark of chat turns a fire. Christine Lampard, subbing as anchor, kicks things off smooth as silk. Welcome back to Loose Women. Thrilled to have a one and only Ricky Gervais. Thunders cheers. Ricky soaks it up, leaning back with a cocky love. Thrilled to be here. Oh, as I nervous laughs ripple, and easy starts safe ground. Christine steers the chat. Ricky, your new tour Armageddon is smashing records. What's the wildest rehearsal disaster you've had? Ricky's eyes spark with mischief. Oh God, picture me. Mid-ran about vegan nutters and the prop guy trips, dumps a vat of fake blood on stage. Look like ID slaughter clown in a horror circus audience. Thought it was a bit cheer like lunatics. Laughter roars. Colleen slaps the desk, wheezing. Brenda cackles, you daft sod. Kelly's grin, the room's alive, vibes electric. But Denise stone cold, not a chuckle. Her fingers tap faster, her face a thundercloud, lips thin as a blade. The others feel the air's thick as syrup, but they push on, hoping to dodge the storm. Then boom, Denise strikes. So Ricky, she cuts, and voice sharp, slicing the laughter. Dead head swivel, giggles choke off. Let's talk about your comedy. There's an elephant stomping to set loud enough to wake the dead. Ricky's grin flickers, just a crack, but he recovers. Leaning forward with that glint. Elephant love sounds like Armageddon. What beast might tie up my godless soul? Scattered laughs, but they're shaky now, fragile as glass. Denise doesn't blink eyes, narrowing voice of venomous purr that could sour milk. No games, Ricky the elephant, your act, punching down at the broken, the bruise of one's lives. Already kicked trans folks, begging for dignity, minorities, dodging daily hate, the suffering, you bash them like piñatas at a bully's party, then hide behind free speech. When a fallout rains, hate the studio gas smiles, freeze Colleen's eyes, widen Brenda's legs, cross tight, Kelly mutters while the audience hushes, no cheers, just stunned stares. Phones slipping out for clips that'll break the internet. Clash is here. Fire meets fury. The clash. Fire meets fury. Ricky doesn't flinch. Not yet. He leans back. Expression hardening. The steel punching down. Tidy label. Let's unpack. I don't hit victims' love. I skewer ideas, beliefs. Pompous nonsense. People choose to cling to demanding worship. Watch my specials. Not Twitter rants. You'd see I roast a smug. Not the struggling is tones firm. But Ed, she's dances dance before Denise isn't by, and she lunges for body screaming attack. Oh, I've watched Ricky. Every cringe special, every arena rant. You're milking cheap laughs by gutting folks. Just surviving, mocking trans dreams, trashing black pain. It's not clever, it's cruel. A bully in a bow tie hiding behind art like a kid with a slingshot. The words hit hard. Gasps ripple. Someone whispers harsh, but it's drowned by the tension. The panel squirms. Christine tries. Denise, maybe we, but Denise's hand shoots up. No, this needs saying. He's a thug with a paycheck time. Someone clocked him. Ricky's jaw clenches tight. You see the storm in his eyes. Dark clouds rolling. But he's Ricky, bloody jurors composure. Is his weapon comedy always dances on edges? He says, voice steady but biting, sharpening. Now Denise pokes at Suarez, makes the cozy squirm. That's a job, truth and punchlines. If you want hugs and nods as therapy, not telly or church, pick one. Denise's laugh is sharp bitter. Don't patronize me, sunshine. I know comedy grub on a Benny Hill, Billy Connolly. What you sell isn't laughs. Lashes, cruelty, and clown shoes, kicking the weak, and you're blind to the bruises. Terrifying. Ricky echoes, volume rising. He leans and mirroring her fire. What snowflakes like you, policing punchlines, fencing off safe giggle zones. Art doesn't bend that way. Love, free speech isn't a shield as the bloody sword swing or shut. Dennis scoff echoes like a slap. She stands, finger jabbing you, twisted like a con man. It's a free pass to sling slurs from your high tower hiding. 'Cause the world's moving, marginals are fighting and you can't keep up. Scared, Ricky, scared. That word lands like a brick. Ricky's face flushes red, a rare crack. He slams a dusty echo like a shot. Scared, 30 years in this game. Love mob screaming, headlines banging, cancel vultures circling. I face worse than your glare and still hear arenas pack. Special soaring laughs louder than hate. Scared bollocks you're projecting. Denise roars, face of furnace scars, beard share to wreckage kids. Hearing your barbs, feeling small silence. Think beyond the cash, beyond the gigs. Glow the panels in free fall. Colleen tries, ladies break, but they're locked eyes, blazing breath. Short audience, whispers swell. This is mad. Phones glow, clips fly, the eruptions, hear the eruption. Ricky's breaking point. I do think Ricky growls, teeth gritted, veins bulging, every quip, every riff crafted sharp, challenging the smugness. Sacred nuance is there. If you look past your outraged nuance, Denise's eye roll could launch ships. Your nuance is poison, a mean mush for the miserable, not a truth teller, just a grumpy get whining. Cause accountabilities knocking, grow up, you're accountable. Ricky's up, towering, thunderous, you mean muzzle gag. Your lots fun, police torching to send in echo chambers for the brittle. I mock the mighty who faked meek ideas, not innocence. Denise erupts, matching him, desk a war zone. You do hit the tender thousands, tweet pain after your sets. Dehumanize, dismiss, cash over compassion. Laughs over lives. Christine, desperate folks, cut off Ricky's voice of snarl, spew. Tell me my soul. Denise, crystal ball, comedy critic enough, plenty, she hisses, contempt, dripping your comedies. Caveman, crude, callous, old school, cracks entertainments, moving your extinct time. The muzzle, the monster muzzle, the kill shot. Ricky's face shifts, anger dashed, undefeated. He shakes his head, slow, bitter grin, muzzle. There's the truth, not check, control, silence. The sinners who stray from your sermon, bravo, you ruined the worst interview I've ever had. Poor widow. Denise mocks, venomous, feel the hurt, you comfy, now taste your own bruise. Snap. Ricky surges, mic ripped off sharp, final. The studio's tomb, still breaths held. He flings it at the chair. Thud. I don't need this circus thought. Wed. Spar ideas draw lines, but you crave blood public shaming for clout. Congrats, Denise. You got your war running. She taunts, standing tall, fleeing a fight not fleeing. He snarls, finger-stabbing, exiting big diff. I don't waste breath on zealots who damn me before I speak. Not on witch hunters, calling censorship wholly unbelievable. She spins the camera performatively untouchable. They crack storm off play victim classic Ricky whirls. This was an ambush chance hits at my core. Not my craft bully, caveman. Shut it. No debate, just daggers. My work speaks to the wise, you yell to your choir. Your work screams, she bellows, echoes that hurt your hollow speaks to souls craving spice over slop. He fires back millions. Get a provoke without poison. You monopoly on moral madness. Self-crowned sense a gatekeeping glee dictate the done damn the bold authoritarian art creativity's grave. Denise dismisses but wavers fire fading no change just ability. Be kind not cruel. Kind your way. He snaps ambush artistry on air. Laughable the showboat slaying straw men for spotlight accountable. She insists fist-tight grandstand Andy Thunder's virtue vampire posing warrior against wicked with truth you shatter on sharp ideas outside your bubble. She stands full titan clash get out then questions quake you quick crawl to your cult crown genius. He bites chill as ice fine traffic beats this venom pit toxic from the start false invite to chat comedy not nail the villain on live telly. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Subscribe for more powerful video. The aftermath. A nation divided. Ricky storms off. Denise stands tall. The studio a battlefield audience is frozen. Some clapping, some gasping phones still rolling. Christine Pale tries to salvage. Well, that was heated. We'll be right back. The jingle blarers, but it's hollow. The internet's already ablaze. Clips rack up millions of views. Hashtags like Ricky versus Denise and loose women showdown trend. Whirlwinds pubs offices group chats explode. Did you see Denise tear into Ricky's? Right. Can't say anything anymore. Britain split team Ricky team Denise no middle ground. This wasn't just 47 seconds of telly. It was a cultural landmine. Free speech versus accountability, comedy versus compassion. Old guard versus new. Ricky's fans called a witch honey-s hail her as a hero of the truth somewhere in a wreckage buried under egos and ideals. But one thing's clear, those 47 seconds didn't just break the internet. They broke the mold of what daytime TV could be: raw, real, and ready to rumble. Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe.